Is it kind of hot in here? I feel a little flustered, a little hot. Wonder Woman stars Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, and is directed by Patty Jenkins. What's up, guys? Another DC Extended Universe comic book film is upon us, Wonder Woman. And I'm gonna be honest, I was not really that excited for this movie. It's really because we haven't had any great female-driven comic book films. I mean, we had Elektra, we had Catwoman, and they're both horrible. I have no problem with strong, powerful women in comic book films. I applaud it, I welcome it, I crave it. Thankfully, Wonder Woman is the answer to that. Finally, we have a great comic book film led by a woman. So anyway, let's get into this review. So at the beginning of Wonder Woman, we're treated with Diana's world. I'd say for the first maybe 15 minutes, we get to see Diana as a child, how her mother is just so protective of her, played by Connie Nielsen. And this whole sequence in the movie is a perfect way to set things up. It's a perfect way to get the viewer interested in what's going on. So by the time we leave this area of the film, we're completely invested. I loved how this whole thing started. The fight choreography and how they handled all those action sequences in the beginning, just flawless. And it's so awesome that you see nothing but women, beautiful women, completely kicking ass, training. And after that first scene, you realize these girls could completely hold their own against men and probably kick every single male ass out there. But this pilot named Steve, played by Chris Pine, his airplane crashes right outside of the Amazon. And this is where Diana finds him. And right away there's this big fight between the Germans and the Amazonian women. But Chris Pine has to get back to the mainland. He still wants to serve his purpose, to fight his war. And Diana goes with him, and this is where the movie gets really interesting because this is set during World War I. This is the time when women were really looked down upon. They were pretty much just secretaries. They weren't taken seriously at all. And I think this is a perfect time period to set Wonder Woman in because her whole life on the Amazon, she was taught that women are strong. Women do not need a man, they're independent. And it's just interesting to be a fly on the wall and watch her reaction to the way women are treated in our world during that time. But Diana is really naive. You're gonna notice that once she gets into the real world, she is so naive that she thinks that she can end all war just by killing Ares, the god of war. And of course, Chris Pine and his crew, they all think she's crazy. Until that first battle sequence. Diana's on the battlefield and Steve is telling her, no, we do not wanna fight this. We do not want to save these people. We want to continue on with our current mission. And Diana's not having it. She wants to help people. And you can't help but love her as a character for this. That scene is probably one of my biggest pros for this movie. When she becomes Wonder Woman, it is completely awesome. It is one of the coolest action set pieces I've ever seen in a comic book film. And that's saying a lot. And Wonder Woman's theme plays during this thing, and we all remember that from Batman v Superman, but her theme is just so infectious and so fun. Now, really the biggest thing I love about this movie is Gal Gadot. She is the perfect person to play Wonder Woman. She does such a great job. Fantastic acting. Let's face it, she looks the part. She literally looks like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has to be kind of the perfect female specimen, and Gal Gadot, she really is that. But if you don't have a strong actress because of all the different situations that she is in this movie, being really naive, not knowing how the real world works, also being this really strong female, holding her own against a world pretty much driven by males, Gal Gadot sells it. She does such a fantastic job. Now, the main villain for this is Ares, and it's kind of war itself. There is this character named Dr. Maru. She creates these chemical weapons, very lethal, you know, she can kill hundreds, thousands of people. And so that's a major dilemma for Diana. But I love how the story transpired, and in the end, there was kind of a twist there, which I do not want to go into because I don't want to go into any spoilers. But let me just say that ending action set piece, it's really big. This is what DC has, I think, over Marvel. Their set pieces are just massive. The fight scenes are just the definition of epic. And I didn't think we were gonna get that in a Wonder Woman movie, even though she does have like amazing powers. But you really do. There's a lot of action scenes in this movie that show off her powers in spades. Sometimes it's like watching Superman on screen. By the way, there is a scene in Man of Steel where we see a brief glimpse of Christopher Reeve. I could be completely wrong, but there was one scene at the end of this where Wonder Woman is floating in the sky, and for a brief second, I could swear it looked like Linda Carter. I might be completely crazy, like I said, but I literally got chill bumps. Now, as far as any cons, to me, it's not the best comic book movie out there. It's not perfect. Logan is much better, even though this does have kind of an emotional touch to it. Chris Pine plays a big part in that. He does have a romantic relationship with Diana. That's not a con. They do a great job with that. But I guess you could say there are some kind of cliche villain moments in this movie. And I'm about to make a statement that might give me some dislikes, so go ahead and get your dislike finger ready. I'm a massive fan of Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, and I still think those two movies are better than this movie. But this movie's still a high purchase worthy to me. It's a very good comic book film. It definitely earns its place in the DC cinematic universe, and I know that's not saying much to some people because a lot of people do not like the DC cinematic universe. But aside from Suicide Squad, which I really do not like, I love all the rest of the films, and I stand by them. I got the t-shirt to prove it. And I'll even say that I think years from now, people are going to look back at the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman, and I think they're going to reassess it. It really is a phenomenal, not just comic book film, but film. So anyway, guys, that's my review for Wonder Woman. Love this movie, actually. Had a great time with it. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. Looking forward to hearing them. Also, come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day, every day, and on Fridays, we do Free For All Fridays, so we can talk about comic book films like Wonder Woman. Also, follow me on social media at Drumdums, Letterboxd, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.